I know it's June, but Christmas in June is a real thing, and here at COD, our Secret Santa, his name is Paul. Not me, not my shipkeeper, Paul Sobel, but let's just say a very quiet gentleman who wishes to remain semi-anonymous. We'll just say, use his first name, Paul. He lives up in Wisconsin. Paul is what we would consider a naval technology historian. And he's somebody who is very adept at working with CAD design and 3D printing. And he approached me a few months back with the concept of perhaps printing a cylinder piston from one of our GM diesels that power this big, beautiful submarine. Of course, our diesels were built right here in Cleveland. And I said, you know, that would be lovely, because one thing I've always wanted to have as a display in our engine rooms is one of the cylinders with the connecting rod. And they're quite large and extremely heavy, despite the fact that it's a lightweight diesel engine. Well, we're proud to say that USS COD's diesels, the 5 on board, are all workable, so we don't want to scavenge any of those for parts. We have 2 spare V16 248s identical to our mains in a secret location, not to be discussed, from the USS Stingray, but we don't want to scavenge those either. So the concept of having a 3D printed cylinder, piston, cylinder liner was very appealing to us. Paul, working with his extensive modeling software, working with USS Cobia, which is the boat up in his neck of the woods, produced CAD files using bamboo. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, he was able to print a completely functional and extremely accurate cylinder liner and piston head and connecting rod that connects down to the crankshaft, and everything is functional to a degree. I mean, that's not a GM 248 flying overhead, but hey, it's such a beautiful day, who couldn't be outside? Anyway, as you can see, the piston moves up and down in the liner here. What you see around here, these copper tubes, are water cooling lines to cool the cylinder. Oil brings the scavenging air holes here. I'll bring this around. I do not want to break this because parts do come apart. But here you can see, I'll try to withdraw this. I want to be very careful as I withdraw it. Okay. Everything is as it would be in the real part, except here we're dealing with resin and not steel and super high-tech alloys. But I do want to point out, Paul printed the crown nuts, and they work. They thread, unthread. There's washers there, just like the real deal. Inside are, I don't know if you can get this, Evan, we'll probably do some B-roll. There are the oil grooves to lubricate the crankshaft. Inside the connecting rod are oil feed lines. It's just amazing. Here on the bottom are oil rings. The compression rings are up near the head. I'll just try to pull this out to show you. These are the compression rings, the oil wiper rings. There's the wrist pins. And all this comes apart like the real deal. But for the sake of not losing anything, I'll try to keep this together. And of course, just like the real thing, it has a very fine tolerance. So these relatively loose rings have a tendency to bind up. So I'm just going to push that in there like that. Now, remember, COD's 4 mains and 1 8-cylinder auxiliary, so that brings us to a total of 72 of these things driving electric generators, DC generators. That's what powers COD on the surface. And although this is a fractional scale prototype that he printed, it's also pretty analogous to what you might find in a car today. Maybe not an F-150, but if you're driving Civics or little Kias, that's what's powering your car. Now Paul, our benefactor, our Secret Santa Paul from Wisconsin, we can show you some pictures of him. He knows, he's a pretty sharp guy. He knows that we're kind of fumbly. So he made spares for us in case we lose them. Thank you, Paul. And what are we going to do with this? Well, Curator Ben and I agree that this should probably be on display above main engine number 2 in the forward engine room, where people can see. We'll have this there again as a analog to what's in your car, and that way we can have our cake and eat it too. COD can remain completely intact. The engines can be run, and we have parts to show people. Now, if that weren't worthy of a Medal of Honor for our Secret Santa Paul, he is going to make the printer files available for anybody in the historic ship community that would like to print one of these for themselves for display. And I'm talking about ships like Slater. Slater has 268s, which is basically an inline version of our V16s. The same cylinders, everything's pretty much the same across those engines. Any boat that has jimmies, so that would be, of course, Cobia and Cod, even Bowfin, even though she's built in Portsmouth, she has jimmies. There's an interesting story behind that. I believe probably because Fairbanks Morris wasn't able to make enough deliveries in time, so some boats coming out of Portsmouth, some Vallejo boats, were fitted with Cleveland-built GM diesels. But anyway, that is our Christmas present for COD here in the early part of June. Now we're going to do a little close-up. So if Evan can wake up and come in here, and we'll give you a little close-up view while I read some factoids. And these are kind of impressive to realize. So the GM 248 V16 diesel with its 16 cylinders, each cylinder has a displacement of 595.5 cubic inches. That's for one cylinder. So 16 cylinders, that's 9,528 cubic inches, or the equivalent of 104 Honda Civic engines. Each engine is equivalent to 104 compact cars. Pretty amazing. Now, for those of you that are printing 3D and you'd like to know, the model was prepared in SolidWorks and printed on a Bamboo Labs P1S printer. The model is made of 64 total pieces. Total print time was 14,666 minutes, or 244.5 hours, or about 10 days of machine time. Total material was 16 3/4 pounds of PLA plastic. The amazing thing is our friend Paul, Secret Santa Paul, wouldn't even let me take him to dinner when he brought it here the other day from Wisconsin. In fact, I think he even paid at the admissions booth before we could even comp him. So Paul, let me tell you, I'm going to give you Evan's 2 kidneys if you ever need a kidney. But needless to say, we gave Santa Paul one hell of an Admiral's tour. And for our sister memorial ships and submarines, if you've got Jimmy's, contact me and I'll put you in contact with Paul, Santa Paul, so that you can get those files and print one of these for your own display. So with that, remember to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell, and we'll be back with more. In fact, we're going to build a rather nice display for this inside forward engine room, but I wanted to share this with you as soon as possible. So thank you, Paul. Thank you for listening, and come back soon for more information. Did you get all of this? You're all done here. Good, because since you're our YouTube guy and I'm the skipper here, we got to go clean out one of the porta-johns. One of our visitors had an accident, so we'll stow this and then we get to do some shit handling.
All right.
Yes. Good job, Evan. We got that sweeter than well, it's just acceptable.